Hello, friends.
He's the gay advice fairy.
Today is going to be another very brief video. I'm very sorry that these are so quick and so sporadic. What with being sick and my family's move-out date being pushed up, I've had very little time to myself. But here we go. As you will have already heard, the Supreme Court this week struck down Doma and Prop 8 and upheld the rights of GLBT individuals to marry the people they love. And this is really only the first step in creating marriage equality across the United States. And it will probably take something like 5 or 10 years before we see full marriage equality in all states. However, this is a momentous occasion and a huge step forward, and we definitely have reason to celebrate. Yet, this week the Supreme Court also struck down a very important part of the Voting Rights Act, which required approval from the Department of Justice before certain states changed their state voting laws. This measure was originally designed to help prevent discrimination and ensure the voting rights of POC across the nation, especially in those states notorious for discriminatory and racist legal action. I think Rachel Maddow put it best when she compared Wednesday's ruling to the 2008 election of Barack Obama. Many of us were very excited by the election of the first person of color to the presidency of the United States. Yet, in that same night, Prop 8 was upheld and the right to marry was restricted. It was a bittersweet moment. There was much reason to celebrate and much reason to worry. Much like this week in the Supreme Court. Moving forward, especially looking ahead to next year's congressional elections, it's very important that we remember our POC allies. It's very important to remember those that are going to be affected by these new voting laws in certain states, and we have to work hard to help prevent voter suppression. Sometime soon I'm going to be announcing a fundraising project that I'm going to be working on in order to help fund the fight for voters' rights. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, and I'm not sure what organization I'm going to be choosing, but if you have any ideas, please let me know. I'm still in the early stages of research, so any information would be very helpful. This week in Texas, uterine rights were also defended by the wonderful Wendy Davis, who filibustered State Bill 5, which would have reduced the number of abortion providers in Texas to 5, for 13 hours. In the end, despite attempts by Republicans to vote illegally on the bill, SB5 was defeated. Now obviously, Rick Perry, who still believes abstinence is an effective means of reducing teen pregnancy, will soon be announcing another special session in which similar legislation will be voted on. If you can't be there yourself, it's important to support those who are. And it's also important to remember that other states are pushing through similar problems at the moment. And while the efforts of Wendy Davis are no less important, we need to remember to support uterine agency across the United States. While any success is a success for all minorities, any failure is a failure for all of us too. Intersectionality means fighting for everyone's rights, and we have to remember that moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. I'm the Mo in the Mask, otherwise known as the Gay Advice Fairy. If you need advice, please feel free to hit me up on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, or Google+. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday, so please be sure to subscribe for great advice and other things nice. Thanks so much for watching. See you on Monday.